Welcome guys, this is Motivation here. Today we will be reading the summary of the book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This book is written by Stephen R. Covey, who is a great writer and has written many books. So let me give the introduction first. So, what is a highly effective person? A highly effective person is someone who has a good character. He is someone who has strong values. Have you experienced being in conflict with a relative or workmate? Before trying to change others, you must start with yourself. Do you think you have qualities that you can improve? A highly effective person is also someone who has good relationship with other people. He maintains harmony with his family, relatives, friends, neighbors, and workmates. This good relationship can last for a long time. By reading this book, you will learn how to be highly effective. Whatever your job is, you will learn from this book. If you are a parent, you can learn something to have a better relationship with your child. If you are a boss, you can learn a few tips on how to be a better leader. When you have a good character, people would want to be near you. This is what makes The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People an international bestseller. This book focuses on improving character. Most books out there will tell you how to win friends or how to make people follow. But 7 Habits focuses on the individual first. If you have a good personality, that will make you an effective person, but only for a short time. People will soon realize that you have a motive behind your actions. But if you have a good character, that will last a lifetime. If you can influence the people around you without noticing it. Remember that you must start from inside out. You must start with yourself first. Are you ready to make the change? Are you ready to become a highly effective person today? So let's start. So the habit one is be proactive. What does it mean to be proactive? The psychologist Viktor Frankl said that we cannot control what is happening around us, but we can control how we respond to them. To be proactive means not being affected by the opinions or behavior of other people. When people say hurtful things, this is often that there is nothing wrong with you. It is just show that there is something wrong with them. The negative things they say to you reflect the negative view of the world. To be proactive also means not being affected by the bad situation. The weather or the traffic may be bad, but still a proactive person is not affected. He may experience poverty or hardships, but still he can be happy. A proactive person does not complain, but instead keeps on working. The opposite of being proactive is being reactive. People who are reactive are easily affected by their environment. If bad things happen to them, they become negative as well. There was one time when the author Stephen Covey was giving a lecture in Sacramento. Suddenly, as he was speaking, a woman stood up from the crowd. She got excited and began talking. When the woman noticed people staring at her, she sat back down. After his lecture, Stephen Covey approached the woman. He learned that the woman is actually a nurse. She is attending full time for a difficult patient. Her patient always shouts at her. To the patient, everything she does is wrong. The patient never said thank you to her. As a result, the woman felt miserable. She is not happy with her job. The subject of Stephen Covey's lecture then was reactivity. Covey explained that if you are proactive, nothing can hurt you. No one can hurt you unless you let them to. The woman became excited because she realized that she can choose her response. She told Covey, I had chosen to be miserable. I also realized that could choose not to be miserable. At that moment, I stood up. No longer am I going to be controlled by the treatment of some person. So let's move to the habit number 2. Begin with the end in mind. What do you want most in life? To begin with the end in mind means that all your actions must be in your line with your values, with your purpose. You must know your destination so that each step you take will be towards it. We are often caught up in many problems that concerns every day. The challenges of life make us forget what truly matters. For example, you need to provide your children, but as you work hard and make a living, you forget to spend time with them. You forget that more than the material things, they need your love and support. If you truly value your children, show it to them each day. The way you speak and act towards them must reflect your love. The same goes with your parents and other people who mean so much to you. Begin with the end in mind means knowing what is really valuable to you. It can be your loved ones, it can also be the principle that you believe in. If you are busy doing something that is not according to your principle, then you are being ineffective as a person. Imagine that you are building a house. Before getting the tools, what you must do is to plan everything first. If you have kids, every space in the house must be child friendly. If you love to cook, you might want to upgrade the kitchen. Your blueprint must be clear before you make any move. If your house is not planned well, it will not be constructed properly. In the end, you will only spend more money doing repairs. Everything in life needs planning. That is how you begin with the end in mind. Think of what you will do first. Make sure that it fits with your values. Do you value honesty? Do you value respect? Begin your day by remembering them. Hold your values firmly. This is so that whatever challenge you face, all your actions will be according to those values. So let's move to the third habit, which is put first things first. Put first thing first is not only about time management, it is also about self-management. As humans, we are self-aware. That makes us superior to all living things. We have the ability to evaluate ourselves, to know what we are doing wrong so we can change it. When we have many things to do, the best move is to set priorities. Some people have planners to help them remember. Others have to-do lists, sticky notes, and boards to remind them. But still, there are times when we are not able to accomplish our priority task. When you fail to meet your priorities, the problem is not lack of self-discipline. The true reason is that you did not put that priority in your heart and mind. What makes it your top priority? Why is it important to you? Think about it. This will motivate you more. The challenge is not to manage time, but to manage ourselves. Put first thing first means following our priorities. It also means learning to say no. If you have many things to do, learn to say no to tasks that are not part of your priority. For example, you are asked to be a chairman of a community project. You are already committed to more important tasks. However, if you feel pressured, you will say yes. Then, this type of things will put you in a problem. This type of work has already done by many persons. One was Sandra. She was also given this. She asked her neighbor Connie to ask if she also wants to join the project. Connie listened as Sandra talked, but Connie said, Sandra, that sounds like a wonderful project. For a number of reasons, I won't be participating myself, but I want you to know how much I appreciate your invitation. Afterwards, Sandra thought that she should have done what Connie did. She should have politely said no when was asked to be the chairman. The project is good for the community, but Connie knows her top priorities. She has more important tasks to do, and so she had the courage to politely say no. If you plant that priority in your mind and heart, it is easier for you to say no to the other things. It will also be easier for you to accomplish more than self discipline. You must have that power to put first things first. So let's move to the fourth habit, which is think win win. Win win is a solution that benefits you and also the person you are interacting with. In any issue you have with your family or workmate, you must settle for a solution that is good for everyone. Win win is the best solution. If somebody wins and the other loses, that will not foster a good and lasting relationship. Imagine that you have a disagreement with your colleague. What you must do is to talk about the problem, find a solution that is good for both of you. Do not let your colleague win over you. Do not make your colleague lose either. It must be balanced. Both of you must win. In this way, you and your colleague will have cooperation. You can work as a team that is more effective than competing with each other. Now imagine that you are the boss. If you have a disagreement with one of your employees, it is logical that your employee would let you win. Of course, as he wants to keep his job. As the boss, you will win the argument, but in the long run, you will lose. It is because your employee will not be motivated, he will not be productive. It would be better to compromise. Even if you are the boss, it will be better not to use your position. You can get more out of your employees if they are happy. If you settle for a win-win situation, your employees will be more effective, it will be good for your company, plus you do not need to hire and train once again. Win-win does not apply in the workplace, it is applicable to all kind of relationship. Whether you have a disagreement with your partner, your children, your friend, or your neighbor. It is better to think win-win. You'll find that there will be more love and trust in your relationship. So let's move to the fifth habit, which is seek first to understand, then to be understood. When was the last time someone shared to you their problems? Did you listen carefully? Did you understand what they feel before giving advice? Seek first to understand, then to be understood is about good communication. We communicate through writing, reading, speaking, listening. As children, we spend years on learning how to write, read, and speak. But there is no equal training for good listening. The best way to communicate with others is to first listen to what they are saying. Good listening is when you put yourself in that person's situation. You see the problem the way the person does. You do not listen so that you have something to reply to that person. You listen so that you will understand how that person feels. You listen so that you can give good advice and truly help that person. Once there was a man who went to an optometrist. He was having troubles with his vision. The man told the optometrist that he cannot see clearly. What the optometrist did was to give the man his own glasses. The optometrist said, "Put this on. I have worn this pair of glasses for 10 years now, and they have really helped me. I have an extra pair at home. You can wear these." The man wore the glasses, but they only made his vision worse. "They work great for me. Try harder," the optometrist told him. So the man tried, but still the optometrist's glass didn't work for him. The man still could not see things clearly. The optometrist told him, "Think positively." The man replied, "Okay, I positively can't see anything." It made the optometrist upset. After all, he is just trying to help the man. The optometrist thought that the man is being ungrateful. Sometimes we are like the optometrist. We just say, I have been there, or take my advice, but we do not try to understand how the person really feels. The most result is the person would not trust us anymore. He or she would not come to us anymore to share their problems. If you truly want to help a person, you must seek to understand them first. By doing so, you will gain their trust. They will find that you have no motives behind your actions. They would also begin to understand you. So let's move to the sixth habit, which is synergize. Synergize means the whole is greater than sum of its parts. If one helps another, they accomplish many things. If the members of a team cooperate with each other, they'll deliver amazing results. Synergy also means cooperation or collaboration. It also means working together or combined effort. Any group would benefit very much if there is synergy. The problem in our lives is synergy does not happen every day. When you appreciate the views of other people, you can cooperate with them, and together you will show great results. So let's move to the seventh habit, which is sharpen the saw. To sharpen the saw means to sharpen your biggest asset, and that is you, your own self. You must renew yourself regularly. You must do it in all the aspects of your life, meaning physically, spiritually, mentally, socially, and emotionally. You can renew yourself physically by doing regular exercise. You do not have to go to gym or buy expensive equipment. You can do simple exercise at home. You can also run, jog, or repeat work every morning. If you do not have any form of exercise, you can start slow. Day by day, you will feel your body improve. The spirit needs to be renewed as well. There are times when we feel burnt out. For these times, we have to do reading or meditation. And also for social development, you can talk to your neighbors and relatives and make them feel better. This will help to build a social network, and your persons who are interacting with you will feel much better by talking to you. For emotional for emotional development, you evaluate yourself and improve yourself. So thank this is for today, and I've made this into categories which is shown here. The first three chapters, which are the chapters of be proactive, begin with the end in mind, put first thing first, helps to improve your character. Chapter number 4, 5, 6, which is think win-win, seek first to understand then to be understood, synergize, helps to improve your relationship, and the last habit helps to keep these habits. So the conclusion I will tell that you learned today the 7 habits of highly effective people. The first chapter was be proactive. Habit second was begin with the end in mind. Habit third was put first thing first. Habit fourth was think win-win. Habit fifth was seek first to understand. Habit sixth was synergize. Habit seventh was the sharpen the saw. So thank you for watching. If you learned something valuable, then hit the like button. If you like to see this type of videos, then subscribe. If you want to see my videos first, then hit the notification bell and stay blessed. Thank you.